I would like to share a story with you from real life, how I worked with house coaching on the floor in a design store. A couple came into the store and they were like oozing around, and you could see they didn't really know what they were looking for. So as a house coach, I ask, do you know what you're looking for? Because if I don't know, how can I help them? And they said, well, we're looking for a dining table. So I said, as a house coach, how long have you been looking for a dining table? And the wife looked at the husband and she rolled her eyes and she said, 2 years, I think. I said, wow, that's a long time. And then I looked at the husband and I said, do you have any fears of regret or not being able to make the right decisions? And he looked at me and he said, yes. I said, would you like to tell me a little bit more about your fear of regret? And he said, yes. 2 years ago, we bought a dining table, a very chunky, Scandinavian looking table, but it turned out that some of my guests were hitting their knees against the legs of the table. And I feel that is really embarrassing that I cannot offer the same comfort for all my guests. And then I asked him, was this table very expensive? And he said, yes. And it was super heavy, like just getting it into the apartment was a nightmare. So I don't know how we're getting it out again, but I just know that I hate the table. I said, I really understand and I sympathize with you and with your wife, because you have probably been to a lot of design stores looking for something that would meet your needs in a better way and the needs of your guests. In this store, and you don't have to buy in this store, but in this store, we actually happen to have a dining table where the legs are in the center, because the designer, he had the same thoughts as you have, that he wanted all the guests to have equal, comfortable opportunities. Just for the record, so you know it, personally, I would love to come and have a wonderful meal with you, drink a glass of wine, and spend an evening with you, even though my leg is actually hurting the leg of the table, because you look like such nice people and it would probably survive that. But I would also honor that you have bought a table where I would have the same comfort as the other guests. I took to show him the table. They sat down and they looked at each other, and I said, now all I need from you is an evidence that you can actually make a decision that you are not regretting. So let me know. Give me 3 examples. As a house coach, we know how to remove the fear-based thoughts to creative-free thoughts. So the first example, they looked at each other and he said, the coffee machine. We never regretted that we bought the coffee machine. And she said, no, that's true. Then she said, the garden furniture. We never regretted buying the garden furniture. And he said, yeah, that's true. And then the third thought is always the liberating thought. And he said, the house. We never regretted buying the house. And she said, yeah, that's true. And I said, wow, that's a huge decision, very expensive, and you didn't regret that one. That means you are actually able to make huge purchase decisions that you do not regret. And they looked at each other and they said, yes, we are. Good. Then this dining table, the chunky Scandinavian thing, gotta go. And then you need to find something that is equally beautiful to you as the rest of the decisions that you did not regret. 15 minutes later, they had not only bought the table, but 12 dining chairs. And that's what house coaching can do, because if we had not done house coaching, they would have browsed and I would have said, let me know if I can help you. And they would have kept browsing because they didn't know that the fear of making the wrong decisions was the reason why they had been window shopping for 2 years. Once people realize what the fear is actually about, that we can turn it around and help them become creatively fearless, they buy. And that's okay, because they buy with the heart, and the purchase decision is something that makes them happy and that they will never regret. This gives my work purpose, and it gives me the joy of showing up every day, helping people make the right decisions.